G'day ladies and gents, welcome to War Thunder with Mags, and welcome to another double realistic battle. Today starring the F86 F-2 and the I-185. Now we're starting off with the F-2 for this, and this battle is the Korea event. Now this was the first time I've ever actually done this event. In the past it used to be just the MiG-15 Biz for the Russian side, and then later it was the MiG-15 that they put in as well, versus the F86 Saber, all variants, the F9F Panthers, and the F80C. Now, I've only fairly recently come into my Sabers, so the last time this event was up, I only had the Panthers and the F80, and I just felt like I couldn't compete in the event, so I avoided it. Now, there have been some changes made since then. They seem to have realised that not everyone has access to an American or Russian Tier 20 jet, or Era 5 jet. So what they've done is they've included most of the Era 4 aircraft into it as well, for both Russia and America. Seeing that, decided, yep, I'll go in for a flyout. I now have the Saber and give it a shot. The team consists of my F86 F-2, a F86A variant, and 2 F80Cs, and the rest of the team is premium P-51 Mustangs. They were everywhere. Now, no enemy has been detected at this time, at least no enemy that's been proxy spotted to me, and I'm assuming the matchmaker hasn't totally lost its shit this time, so I'm expecting the enemy team has a couple of jets, about the same number as ours, and the rest of their team will consist of prop fighters as well. So I've decided I'm not going to go into the main swarm with the P-51s, I'm going to let them go and fight prop on prop and do their own thing. Being the highest level jet on the American side, there will be a MiG-15 in this match, and it is my responsibility to go find him and kill him. So I'm just climbing around the outside of the map, keeping my eyes open. MiG-15s are that fast that bloody things can pop up anywhere. Just scanning around. Just checking the scorecards again. Nobody's died yet, so it doesn't look like there's any combat going on that I haven't seen. Top right hand corner, first MiG-15 detected. Alright, that's my target. He's got a drop angle on the F86A and possibly the F80C as well. But I climb further out, so I should be able to get up there and give him a world of trouble. Got to give it to the F86A pilot too. He was ballsy, he took it into the vertical and tried to take a MiG-15 on that had an altitude advantage. That was kind of nuts. Second MiG-15 detected. He's at low altitude chasing our F80C. He's way too far out. There's not much I can do about him, at least not at the moment. Now the MiG-15 is broken away rather hard, and there's the third MiG-15, and the Saber has ran flat as soon as they were detected, but the F86 is now getting 2-upped. This one here is going to have a go at me first, so I can't go down there and save the F86 at the moment. I'm going to have to deal with this MiG. Way too long a burst there, and I missed to top it off. Taking him to the vertical as he looks like he's going into a dive. I'll take all the extra energy I can get. Hard dive, turn my plane, present a thinner profile. He got the nose up faster than I was expecting. He never fires a shot, however. Loop underneath. Take it out to the level to break away for a bit. Short tap on the landing flaps there just to make the start of this turn a little faster. Not quite enough though. MiG-15 goes through, brake roll out. This is the thing I do love about jet battles. It's so fast. Now I have something that's competitive. They're just amazing. I'd probably enjoy all the other jets for both all the American, for every nation, to be honest, a lot more if the matchmaker would actually put them into matches where they dealt with, you know, MiG-9s versus F9Fs, F80Cs in the same fight. 262s taking on F3 Meteors, maybe F86s as well. The earliest of the MiG-9s. These would be fair battles, but the matchmaker's incapable of making them. So our friend here decided he's going to drop it to the deck and just run away from everybody. Now this was the first time I ever had a chance to truly check out the dive speed and low-level flight speed advantage of the Saber versus the MiG-15. And oh boy, does it have an advantage. This was an absolute buzz. Treetop level, over 1,000 kilometers an hour, tracking down my target, and he's not getting away. If he climbs, he's dead. If he keeps running in a straight line, he's dead. Actually, it doesn't matter what he does, he's dead at the moment. He just doesn't know it yet. So first burst missed. It's surprisingly hard to yaw the plane over at nearly 1,000 kilometers an hour. That second hit, that got his attention, it was critical. My kill. Roll out and go back for altitude. And that was the final blow of the match, because why there are two MiG-15s still remaining, one that you can see visually just there and another one that's further out. I'm not sure if deliberately or accidentally, but they both break their wings. They both just nose down and shear them off. So yeah, even though there are targets still up, I get final blow. So anyways, I'm not going to raid through for these guys to break. Let's go through the results screen. So, I came in 8th place with 1 kill, but then again, I wasn't there for the kill burst. I wanted to find kill MiG-15, so that's what I did. This guy up here in the P-51, he actually took down one of the MiG-9s that was on their match that I never spotted, and he was only flying the P-51, so he just rocked like a superstar in that match. Came in with 35,010 Silver Lions, 4,256 mod research points, and 2,028 aircraft research points on a premium account on a double. Not that it matters too much. I had nothing to research. So yeah, that was my first ever Korean battle, and I quite enjoyed it. I think I'm going to go in there and try and hunt the MiG-15s off the tails of the P-51s regularly when it comes up. And it's time for the next battle. Welcome to the I-185. And what the frack is wrong with this aircraft? Keep in mind, this is an aircraft that, as I understand it, the prototype was actually unable to take off because its engine wasn't powerful enough to get it off the ground. This is... I forget the name of this map, to be honest, but this is Russia versus Japan. Full wep. Just climbing, and most of this match is what this was, just trying to get position. I don't like flying the Japanese at low levels because their planes are so slow. They don't make it to the center of the map in the time you would expect, and you tend to get a little worried about where they're going to show up. And that's the other thing, where they're amazing climb rates, but they're relatively slow speed. They have a tendency to pop up everywhere. I've had missions before where you've been flying in at 10,000 feet, and you've gotten all the way to the enemy airbase and nobody's ever detected a single one of the enemy Zeros. And then they just seem to dive out of the sky 10 kilometers behind you. You flew straight past them and you never even knew they were there. On the other hand, I can't complain about it too much. I'm beginning to actually fly the A6Ms more commonly, and I'm sort of liking that from the other direction. So anyway, the I-185, 3 20mm cannons worth of Russian rape. It is stupid at the moment. I don't know how it's broken. I'm no expert on this aircraft. I hadn't even heard of it until it appeared in the game, to be perfectly honest. I had to do some research to find out any information on it whatsoever. And it is just, it's just wrong. This thing is a monster. The only thing that I sort of like about it, with it being as overpowered as it is that it's not an effective plane to use to research directly down the line. The next aircraft after this is the MiG-9. This is Era 3. The MiG-9 is Era 5. It only gets 30% of its research put through, so people cannot spam these to research level 5 jets. Unfortunately, with the release of the new premium King Cobra, which I hate. I hated the American one. I hate it before it was a premium. The only good thing it's about it is that it's got such a high reward. But with the release of that, these things won't be spammed. They have something else to spam when flying the Russians now. And unfortunately, I am one of the people flying the King Cobras as well, because the research bonus for level 5 aircraft, or Era 5 aircraft, is so good, you just can't turn it down. I try and go ground pounding in mine and stay out of the air fights. I'll let everyone fight it out up there. I'll just go shoot me some ground targets, get shot down, go to the next match. I'm not there to ruin anyone's day. But I'll do a battle in the new King Cobra in the future. So yeah, we've crossed about a third of the map, and we still haven't seen any targets. Nobody's here. We've formed out into a relatively straight line, so anything coming from this direction we should detect. This was actually before the new King Cobra was brought in. That is one of the old premium King Cobras, not the new A10. There's one of the bridge targets. With how quiet it is, at this time I was actually wishing I had some bombs so that I could go and just blow that bridge up. And wait. First target's up. Now for some reason, I don't know if I'm going blind or whatever it was, but I couldn't see any of these dots when they were coming in. Second one's up. And there's the third one. Oh, Japan's been nice enough to show up to the battle. It's time to kill them. Go in on the first zero. These are zeros. These are supposed to be nearly impossible to outmaneuver in this game. First kill. Took far too many shots. I'm still getting used to the guns on this plane at the time of this battle. Few people have commented on me saying that and going, well, they're 20mm. You get used to firing 20mm. Well, no, Shevaks fire different drop rates and different fire rates than Hispanos, which have different fire and drop rates to German 151s. They all fire differently, so they take a bit of getting used to and a little bit of time to transfer between. So this just shows how bad this aircraft is for broken at the moment, and this was after they'd put a patch in to actually fix part of it. I could fight a zero in the vertical. Nothing fights a zero in the vertical. Next hit in. Set him on fire, that's good enough for me. Now the other A6M3 that was up here has been shot down. All that's left now is the little dive bomber over there and a KI-110, which is directly above me. Now I've only got 203 rounds of ammunition. I'm not going to get up there and fight the 102 in the vertical. I'm not going to be able to climb up to him. He'll just outclimb me, and that's got a 57mm cannon on board. I'm going to go down and deal with this guy instead, because these guys have been fighting him for the entire length of time that I've been fighting those two zeros, and they still haven't killed him yet. So if they're not going to do the job, I'll do it. They haven't even laid a hit on him now, so it's not kill stealing if they haven't managed to shoot him. Mine. But that's left me with 82 rounds of ammunition remaining. So I've probably got the firepower to take out the 102, but instead I decide I'm going to RTB, get the hell out of here, get a reload. All that's left is that 102, and the swarm behind me has now gone vertical to go up and get him. Power to him. I believe he manages to kill 2 of the 4 fighters coming at him at the moment before they take him down. So he did bloody good, but the battle was inevitable. So, the end of that battle, it came in second place with 3 kills. First place goes to our Grand Attacker, who went absolutely off on soft targets and just chewed everything out. Got the fighter award and bulletproof. Came away with 45,565 Silver Lions, 2,748 mod research points, and 1,813 aircraft research points. Now keep in mind, I am researching the MiG-9 at the moment, which is the aircraft the 185 gives the most efficient research to, and only 30% of that 1,813 research points is actually transferred through to the MiG-9. It's not a very efficient way to grind it. So, there's my F2 and 185 battle. I hope everybody's enjoyed. I hope you had a few laughs and picked up some of what you saw. One thing I want to add on the end of this, I don't know how many of you live in Victoria or are going to be in Victoria around the time of the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of March 2014. Those of you who are in the area, the RAAF is holding their 100-year anniversary. The oldest air force in the world is throwing a party at Point Cook RAAF base, the oldest active military base in the world. I will be trying to get down there. I suggest anybody who's going to be in the area should do the same. I know a few people who actually work at the museum down there, and they've been shooting me through some information on it, and it looks like it is going to be a hell of a display. There will be Bostons on display. The boomerangs will be there. All of the Meteor and Vampires that Australia flew. The CA-27 Sabers. I believe an F86 is going to be there too. Kitty Hawks, Spitfires, like you name it. If an Aussie pilot ever sunk his ass into the cockpit of the plane, it's going to be there. So you should shoot down if you have the option to do so. Until next time, ladies and gents, fly smart, fly safe, and I'll catch you in the skies.